In today's video, we are going to discuss about chain of infection. So I'm Mrs. Jansi, clinical instructor, working at M College of Nursing. The objectives for today's session is, at the end of the session, you will be able to know what is infection, what are the signs of infection, what is a chain of infection, and what are the order of chain of infection. Okay. So this is the order of the chain of infection. The germs or the agent or pathogens, they are bacteria, virus, and parasites, and where they live and how do they get out, that is portal of exit, and what is a mode of transmission, and what is a mode of entry or portal of entry, and how it affects the next person, that is a susceptible host. So we'll discuss about this in detail. First, before going into chain of infection, let's know what is an infection. So an infection is when germs, bacteria, or microorganisms invade and grow in your or in my body. The common cold, flu, strep throat, pneumonia, and UTI are all the examples of the infection. Infections can be categorized into 4 groups. They are viral, bacterial, parasitic, and fungal. So what is viral infection? This is caused by a virus that harms or kills cells in the body. They are often fought with antiviral medications or the vaccinations. Next is the bacterial infection. So the bacterial infection is caused by the bacteria that infiltrate the body through the scrapes, wounds, the nose, or the mouth. Antibiotics are often used to treat this type of infection. Next is the parasitic infection. The parasitic infection is often caused by parasites in the water. This type of infection does not harm people, those who suffer from malnutrition. So hydration is the first step in treating this type of infection. Next is the fungal infection. This is often spread via rooting plants or feces. So a fungal infection is rarely deadly and can typically be treated with antifungal medications. Okay, what are the signs and symptoms? The most common signs and symptoms are fever, headache, chills, sore throat, shortness of breath, stiff neck, cough, sweats, swollen lymph nodes, pain and swelling of the infected area or the affected area. Okay, so what is a chain of infection? The chain of infection describes the complete process of an infection, which is spreading from one host to the next. So it is a 6-step cycle that can be cut off at any step to break the transmission of infection. Now we are going to see how is this process. Fine. So these are the steps: infectious agent or pathogen, then the reservoirs, then the portal of exit, means of transmission, portal of entry or means of entry, and the susceptible host. With this, the process starts over again. Okay, so what is the infectious agent or the microorganism? This has the ability to cause the disease. So this has the ability to cause the disease. The reservoir. Reservoir is the source of infection where the microorganisms can live and thrive or multiply. This may be a person, an animal, any object in general environment, food or water. And the portal of exit from the reservoir. What is a portal of exit from the reservoir? This describes the way the microorganisms leave the reservoir, and then in case of person with flu, this would include coughing and sneezing. And in case of someone with gastroenteritis, microorganisms would be transmitted in the feces to vomit. Next is a susceptible host. So here, the group of people affected is babies, children, elderly people, sometimes the people with a low immune or weakened immune system, unimmunized persons. And this refers to the method by which the pathogens enters the person. And the means of transmission. So the means of transmission is nothing but the mode of transmission. Since these microorganisms cannot travel on their own, they require a vehicle to carry them to the another person or another place. So here contact, mainly contact with hands, toys and sand. Sometimes it is also by droplet. So droplet when you either speak or sneeze. And then the portal of entry. Portal of entry is mainly by mouth, cuts in the skin and eyes. So the path of the organism to get into a new host, that is the reverse of the portal of exit. The mode of entry refers to the method by which the pathogens enters the person. So I hope this is clear. The chain of infections order is the infectious agent or the pathogen, the reservoirs, the portal of exit, means of transmission, portal of entry, and a susceptible host. These are the 6 steps. Hope you all understood the order of chain of infection. These are some of the references. Thank you.